Welcome back to the Road to Glory. We rather heavily lost to our local rivals yesterday. Didn't enjoy that one. We did, however, enjoy some decent football and some good victories. So we find ourselves sat in a respectable 17th, technically just 4 points off the playoffs. So a good run of form could see us rise up the table. We start today with promotion chasing Crawley. We also have promotion chasing Wimbledon and Leyton Orient as well in played games today. We will simulate 16th placed Swindon and rock bottom of the table Harrogate as we work our way through the month of October. Some cup football next month, and I am actually probably going to take the decision to try and do something in the FA Cup this year from a realism standpoint, especially considering we have a team at our level in that cup competition. So we might slightly tweak our objectives for overall play this year. Thank you for your fan objectives in the episode a couple of days ago. I'm in the process of making up a graphic to show some of those. A number of them had great objectives, but the forfeit was a little bit strong. Almost everyone suggested had like sell your best player or something of that nature, and that would too negatively affect the overall progress and entertainment factor of the save. So I'm going to perhaps slightly tweak some of the forfeits, but certainly we'll be taking on board some of the objectives you guys gave, and hopefully we'll see some of those implemented before the end of the season. Right, I'm going to jump into this game against Crawley Town away from home and try not to lose this one by 3-0. Crawley have one of the best goalkeepers in the entire division in Ryan Schofield in goal. He's 66 rated, and we're going to really struggle to get the ball past him, I think. Their midfield isn't that strong, but the front three are decent, with Dom Telford through the middle. Going to be causing us all sorts of problems, you would imagine. Playing in the alternate kit for only the second time this season. Giving it another outing. We kept a clean sheet and got a 0-0 draw in it last time we used it. As if he's gone for goal from there. Have a word with yourself, sunshine. Gordon down the wing from right back. Jesus. Hit his teammate in the face. And he nearly broke his nose. We could really do with a few more half-decent players. Jesus Christ, go for me, will you? Up from the youth setup. Nesbitt. Glover. Surely. From the rebound, maybe. No. Brilliant save by Schofield. We said it would be tough to get the ball past him, and it is proving to be the way. Nesbitt couldn't have had a worse effort if he tried 10 more times. What's to Gladwin? Could wind up for a shot. Has done it. Hit an arm, and they will get the free kick. They might be slightly annoyed that they didn't let play continue there, the officiating team, because they'd just broken past the defender. Tilly to take it, it seems. No. It is going to be Powell. No, it is Tilly. And he's missed the target. And back to Morris. And Glover. And Morris again. Please be onside. He was. Glover! Top stop by the keeper. Would have been right at the death of the half. They might have been even more angry at the officiating team had they conceded there. Spong. No. Oh, it's going to fall back to him. It's poor. Cunningham with a relatively straightforward save. I have seen your feedback in the last episode. In the episode where I asked you about Cunningham and Richardson. I'm waiting on feedback from the next episode where I floated an alternative idea. Oh, my lord! And that's why Cunningham at present is still in the starting lineup. The general consensus was to throw Richardson straight in. I've asked if you guys might be okay with me leaving Richardson there until he asks to be called up and then replacing Cunningham. And I'm waiting to see what you guys have said to that. Again, always good to be aware that I do record videos in the majority in bulk. So something that you guys give feedback-wise may not be taken into account for a couple of videos on some occasions where I just, quite frankly, haven't had the chance to take that feedback on board yet because I've recorded 2 or 3 days ahead. Really should have given ourselves a 1-0 lead with either of the chances we've just had in this elongated highlight. But still 0-0. And if we want a challenge to maybe stand half a chance of a playoff spot, we can't be wasting opportunities like that against potential playoff rivals like Crawley Town. I can't quite get there. Tilly forcing Schofield out of position, so if they loft it into the middle now, I am without my big 6'6" centre-back. Trying at the minute to work it on the ground, and it's allowing us the opportunity to close them down, but there always seems to be an extra man in space somewhere. Oh, and I can't find a teammate with that. Powell with a little flick. Mazid with seconds to go, and that'll be game at 0-0. We've stood firm defensively. Crawley with a better side in the second half, but we've been able to see them off with a 0-0 draw. We kept them out. I could really genuinely have scored at the other end as well with a couple of chances midway through the second half. We couldn't quite get it done. Mansfield back up their 3-0 win over me with a secondary 3-0 result. Another clean sheet though, which is good for the board, and hopefully we can build on it today. We did lose our first game of yesterday's episode, so positive signs continually against a side that are much higher than us in the table. Let's keep that going if we can. Our next opponents, Harrogate, are bottom of the table, but they actually have a decent team. On paper, it's stronger than ours, so I'm not expecting this to be a straightforward result here. We'd love to get a point at least if we can, but I really genuinely expect Harrogate to potentially pick up their first win of the season in this one. They've got 4 points so far compared to our 15 or so, so really not having a great season. We'll try and get another clean sheet if we can. Come on. One late chance. It's all I want. It's all we need, surely, to maybe get a goal. Glover's there. Oh, I think that was a shot. It's fallen free. And Evans draws a save from the keeper. We very nearly stole everything. Again, another fantastic performance from Cunningham in goal. And I am starting to think that there are a couple of lower-rated players that might actually be slightly better in the starting 11. We have already made the decision to start Austin ahead of Sharp at left-back, and I am going to take Hogg out and put Gardner in on the wing. I don't really enjoy Hogg. Gardner has always made a good impression off the bench, so we will give him the opportunity to do so from the start. Another Sims game on the way. That one is against Swindon, so join me there. Castro. His position change from right back to centre mid has now taken effect. And he's up to 57. He's coming straight into the starting lineup. Not necessarily starting lineup, but certainly into the squad with that. Swindon have a 68 rated Charlie Austin up top for them. He's going to be, surely, incredibly difficult to deal with. Oh my God. 2 games in a row. In the Sims, we've barely shown any threat on goal at all. 4 minutes in here away from home against Swindon. We've taken a 1-0 lead. It's Jensen Glover to the rescue once again. Oh, it's a lovely move. It's a brilliant goal. Jonathan Williams, another former Premier League player, on the score sheet here for Swindon. They equalise in the 25th minute. Charlie Austin is, I'm sure, the highest rated striker in the league. Almost certainly the best striker in the league as well. A yellow card for Austin at left back, but we can deal with that. Well, he's quite early in the game. Don't get yourself sent off, kid. I'll be furious. Glover's in again. Oh! He might be the highest rated striker in the league, Charlie Austin. But Jensen Glover is fighting to be the best striker in the division. A proper striker versus striker face-off in this one. We lead by 2-1 away from home against Swindon. This would be a massive turn-up for the books. Charlie Austin draws a save out the goalkeeper. This is certainly the most end-to-end and... Oh, it's an injury for them, that's fine. Most end-to-end and most entertaining sim we've had so far. Action-filled here away from home. They're in. It's Charlie Austin. It's well blocked by Schofield. One of the highest performing centre-backs in the division, if not one of the highest rated. Schofield. There are a number of 64, 5 and 6 centre-backs in the division, while Schofield is only a lowly 63. But with stoppage time now elapsed, Jensen Glover gives us a deserved victory despite not having much of the ball. Our rivals Mansfield lost as well. Swindon were above us in the league. Not anymore. That 3 points takes us above them and up into 15th. The highest we've been so far is 13th. But oh my God, nearly a full page of teams all on 17 points. We could be, if goal difference were in our favour, 10th. We are 5 points still, though, off the playoffs. But very much involved in that mid-table battle. Only 3 points above 19th. Well, we're as close to 22nd as we are to 7th, put it that way. 5 points to 7th, 5 points to 22nd. It's pretty competitive in League 2, isn't it? Wimbledon, one of the relegated sides from League 1 last year in real life, so as you might well expect, their team is slightly on the better side than some of the others that we've played so far this season. That said, they're not going to be too much better than the majority of other teams we've played. There's not much difference between the top end of League 2 and the bottom end of League 1 in player ability, really. And for the first time since we started the save, we are playing against one of the Patreon players as well. Tom decided he wanted to play at Wimbledon for his entire career rather than be a free agent and move from club to club. Tom is in Wimbledon's starting lineup and we play against him now. We will probably more organically come up against players that have bounced from club to club throughout the course of the save as well. So it's the first time, but certainly not the last time, that we'll come up against one of the Patreon players. Wait and see if that's a move that we stick with longer term. Jaisimi's danced past the defender, but can't finish. Wow. They might not get a better chance all game. Expertly past the defence, but can't get it past the goal line. Unbelievable. Ref! He's going to get a yellow card for that as well. Oh, dearie me. Josh Davison, that has not gone well for you, pal. Jaisimi down the line here to Curry. Wimbledon coming forward again. We've got players spread out. It's a... Oh, is he onside there? He was, Davison. Furious with himself for scuffing the effort wide of the target. Wimbledon with 2 of the best chances any team has created against us so far this season. Oh, it's a nice ball into the channel. They've got men to pull this back to, and they found one. It's Harry Pell, but it's again straight at Cunningham. Chislett. Schofield can't quite get there. And Little. Oh, a lovely through ball. And Davison surely now. Finally, the wall folds and crumbles at the back. And Davison has his goal, along with his yellow card. And Wimbledon take the advantage. Unfortunately, that has been coming. Slider's making life very difficult at the lower level. Davison. Oh, we were all waiting for the foul and the red card to be given, especially with strict referees. I've gotten away with that with Clark there. Is centre-back. May well look for some purposefully targeted with our next set of scouts next season. Davison has his and Wimbledon's second. And doesn't matter how many defenders I've got back there or what they're rated at. We can't keep the ball at the back of the net in this one. Oh, that is a lovely ball out wide. And Curry with a first time pass inside. And Little, oh, with a large bit of luck. His shot was terrible. Blocked by the defender. And I just couldn't get rid of it in time. Didn't get it under control quickly enough. And it's bounced free to the man that now has himself a hat-trick. He won't score an easier goal all season, Davison. Davison now looking to turn creator down the wing. And he won't do. This is a good save by Cunningham. We're just going to have to take this one on the chin. We've had a handful now of 3-0 defeats this season. This will be our 3rd, I believe. So, and at home as well, unfortunately. We're hoping to try and make this a bit of a fortress at Patreon Park, but they're not the first team to come here and beat us, and certainly they won't be the last. However, that is the first game that we've played the full 90 minutes and I've not had a single shot. That's how strong Wimbledon are defensively. Saj. Now we have to go to, well, the side that were 5 wins from 5 last time I checked the top of the table. It's been quite a while since then, but I'm sure Leyton Orient is still near the top. Leyton Orient are 3rd in the table in that final automatic promotion spot from League 2, but they are only a point behind 1st and 2nd, and the 3 of them are gapping a little bit, those in the playoffs. Their team probably averages 65 rated as well, so they are understandably where they are in the league for a reason. because they're brilliant. And unfortunately, this may well have a similar outcome to the Wimbledon game. We didn't really expect to do anything against Swindon, though, and were able to get a result there. So after winning away, we've then lost at home. But we'll see if we can win away again. We might have the chance to get him in there. Castro to Vaughan. His effort earlier was terrible. Oh, but he's found Morris brilliantly, and what a goal that is for AFC Chesnoid. Our scout future star gives us the first goal of the game. Boos ringing out around the ground already. Early doors for that, I think. But Morris gives us the lead away from home. And it's great move, and he backs out and then darts back inside. It's actually superbly done by our scout future star. Thank you very much, Isaac. That'll do nicely. Oh, Mazzulli out to Archibald. Oh, he's just gone. This spin and disappear move from him. This works brilliantly. James has tried it as well. Leyton Orient just ripping me apart here, but they haven't found the end product yet, and we have. That's a terrible ball out. Monco looks for the ball through, and brilliantly found in the bottom corner. Kelman gets the finish and the equaliser, and you can see that they're a side that mean business, because they're not just satisfied with equalising, straight in to grab the ball to go up the other end. It's an awful pass, so badly placed, but that's what you get with players at this level that aren't that good. Castro out wide. They have been impressed with young Castro so far. Evans into Vaughan. It's not the first time I've said that either. It's opened up for Glover. He's in. Jensen. Great save by Vigeroux. Denies us a goal to go in front for a second time. Can I get to that? No. Maybe he might be our best option out there. If we can get his technicals trained as quickly as possible, then maybe Park might be a longer term option for us out on the right. Moncourt powers it past the goalkeeper. Leyton Orient do have themselves the lead now. Look for Morris again. He's already got one goal in this game. He's going to need to score from a very tight angle. Can we get to the rebound? No. God, Park's first touch. Actually, that was a very good pass. As was that from Glover. Morris is in. Can we get a better angle this time? Not really. I need the support. No, you are kidding me! Oh my God, Park on debut. I needed the first time shot and he just wouldn't do it. Needed the extra touch. Hits the post. No! And at the other end, it's going to be a straight red card for Clark. And a penalty for Leyton Orient. Unbelievable. I can't quite believe that's happened. How has he missed it? Oh, and Kelman actually lifts the ball there with that last touch, and that might be why we missed it as we dove in. 6'6" is the keeper, but he's got to go the right way. 3-1 Orient as Evans picks up an injury. That's us losing again. 9 though, so not expecting too much from him. Oh, Park's pass is bloody awful. And Boyko gets that to Smith. Oh, no, Ches, don't get your other bloody centre-back sent off as well. You've only got one more. Smith is in and buries it. It's 4-1 Leyton Orient. Castro. Oh, he's gone for me there. Francis will look for Castro again, who will immediately try and, at the second attempt, pass it to Park. Castro's in here, and Glover. Well, we've got one back. Vaughan buries it. There's 10 minutes to go. It's the highest scoring game of the save so far. Probably shouldn't really over-celebrate it though, should we really? 4-2! If Glover can keep it away from the defender, I could maybe have played in Park on the far side to look for a third for us. As it happens, it may yet be 5-3. And is. Deary me. 8 goals in the game. Sorry, 5-2. And it is. Leyton Orient proving why they are one of the automatic promotion contenders this season. And why we still have a lot of work to do before we're going to be challenging for promotion ourselves. We're getting a bit more growth this year than I thought we would. So I'm pleased with that. And I can't really complain too much about the season so far. That's definitely the lowest point. Although tie that with the defeat to Wimbledon. Yeah, it's definitely the lowest point, isn't it? Evans is out for 4 weeks. Thankfully, Clark will only miss one game. We'll deal with that in a minute, because what we need to do is get to the end of the month and see what the youth scouts have available for me on this occasion. We're 19th in the table. The board still love me. I would like to finish mid-table and move Orient up into second. Colchester drop as they failed to get a result. They lost on match day 15. Right, come on then. Let's go and see what our youth scouts have got for us on this occasion. 68 to 92 potential for George Houghton. He might be a decent goalkeeper in a few seasons' time to potentially sell on for some profit. 61 to 81 for Ewan Hutchinson. We'll give him another month just to make sure. Looking for some technical Welsh players. I do need some fullbacks. So hopefully Dylan Pugh is half decent at right back. Although 160 grand average rate or price, I don't think he will be. And Scott Andrews is not ever going to be any good, unfortunately. God, 25 stand tackle and 35 slide. He's just not a CDM or a centre-back, is he, really? Not to worry. We are still doing okay. We will put some emphasis on the the FA Cup against Carlisle in the next episode. We'll sim the one against Bristol Rovers. And then we'll figure out what we're doing in the remainder of the month from there. But that's all for this one. Thank you very much for your continued feedback and your support on this save. Hopefully you are continually enjoying. The board loved me, apparently. We very nearly maxed that out despite being 19th in the league. It's been a good, promising first season so far, and I hope you agree. If you do, drop the video a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you tomorrow for more.